Today I'm going to talk to you about the number one student fear when it comes to innovation, the irony of it, and how we fix it. Okay, so one of the comments that I get a lot from the teachers wanting to do Genius Hour or Innovation Time is, my students don't know what they want to work on. And I normally get this complaint from middle school and high school. Because the irony is that when you ask a first grader, what are you passionate about? You will get no shortage of answers. They will go on and on and on about all the things and all the different ideas they have. However, once we start looking at middle school and high school, one of the problems I see is a lot of times when our students want to talk about some of the things they're passionate about, they're always fearful that they'll be shot down or made fun of. And even if you create a culture where I feel like I've done here at our school, where you're allowed to talk about what you're passionate about, the number one thing is, I don't know what I'm passionate about. And I'm still dealing with that with some of my students. And I've told them to trust the process and it's okay. But no matter what, we always have Monday to, we have a convertible classroom and we kind of, circle up the desks, and every Monday we talk about what our projects are and what we're currently working on. Now, a couple of things happen. One, some of our students that are really diligently working give an update and they need feedback from people on what they might be missing or what they could do to enhance it. Number two, sometimes people are looking for help as that they're kind of in a rut or they're stuck or they've had something to work and it is not going as well as they thought. Or number three, and this is the one that scares me the most, is that there's some students that sit by quietly and then they feel even worse because they hear about everybody else's successful campaign and then they feel even more paralyzed with fear. If you see that, try to have conversations after your brainstorm time is over and focus on those students individually. Or take some of your students that are doing well and have them start talking to them. But the number one piece of advice I give to those students is just do. Tomorrow's episode, I'm going to feature a student who's already worked on a project for a week and a half and decided, this is not working out. I hate this. Instead of lying to me, I'm glad that he came up to me and said he wanted to move to something else, and I've encouraged him to do that. You'll see tomorrow with Micah. But no matter what, this is kind of an ironic time. More and more our students say, I wish school were more relevant. I wish I could do the things that I've always wanted to do. And when I ask them, what do you want to do? They're paralyzed with fear. I don't know. I don't know what I want to do. It is imperative that we have our students now look at opportunities. And oftentimes, if they just do, case in point, we had a group this weekend go out and just do. And they worked on one project and 5 other organizations came to them because they saw that they were doing things that were interesting. So if you are a parent and your student or your child is anxious about starting a project, just the starting is the point. Sitting around nervously planning out everything to be just perfect is not going to work. Like, this is one of the times where I really want to point people to like some of Gary Vee's stuff. Enough with finding that self-help book, enough about listening to podcasts on how to do something, just do something. In that feedback and in our time where we circle together and talk as a class, that is what has been the most valuable thing to us. Talking about it, giving feedback, supporting one another, having that culture where we're all, the rising tide is lifting all boats. If you have any questions or suggestions, I seriously am here to help. Matter of fact, our students here have been in their spare time, a lot of times during lunch, even connecting with other classrooms. Luke just yesterday connected with 2 or 3 different classrooms. We definitely want to help, but that's why the number one thing you can do is go to our Facebook page, facebook.com/StartEdUp. If you have questions, there is where we're building the community and getting people some resources or the help that they need. This is Don Wettrick reminding you that opportunities are everywhere. Stay tuned tomorrow for a student's update on failure and pivoting. We'll see ya.